the President of the United States decided to meet with his mentor, Victor Orbans, the Prime Minister of Hungary.
The biggest danger of all is the millions of immigrants who are threatening us from the south.
Now, Hungary is kind of like one of these countries where I wouldn't say it's a full-blown dictatorship, but it's an authoritarian kind of takeover. They like elections, but they control the elections.
In April, Victor Orban was re-elected for a third time,
picking up 133 of 199 seats.
He controls the military, he controls the institutions pretty much, and the vast majority of the media.
The Magyar Nemzet newspaper used to be a staunch conservative ally until its owner, Lajos Simicska, changed the editorial line 3 years ago, publishing a series of scoops about government corruption. Days after the election, he announced the paper would close. 100 journalists lost their jobs. Many can't find new ones.
So he's definitely been an influencer to Orange Donald.
Great leader.
I mention this because I think it's strange, right, that we have a shutdown, people not working, the SNAP benefits have ceased. Our president decides to snuggle up to Victor Orban, this prime minister, dictator-ish, authoritarian leader.
They triumphed with a 2/3 majority in Parliament in the 2010 elections. This let them pass legislation no matter what the objections were from the fractured opposition.
Inroads need to be made to somehow steer this off. When it comes time for the midterm elections, just like Hungary, where they like elections, and they encourage elections, but they're not fair elections.
The OSCE election monitors actually issued a really surprisingly harsh report. The poster there that says "Stop" with a picture of lots of migrants, that poster was paid for with government resources.
So I think the United States is going to hit that conundrum where when it comes time for the midterm elections, even though it looks like a wave of people, right, a blue wave is going to happen and democracy will prevail, they're going to grab the ballot boxes. To try to win over the population of America, it seems like they're not interested. Trump's administration isn't interested. Stephen Miller, they're not interested in trying to win over people. So they're like intentionally being cruel. Let's use the SNAP benefits as an example. By holding back these funds, you're not doing it for popularity. You're not doing it saying, oh, my supporters will grow. Besides 20% of the people, those core 20%, you could light everyone on fire. They're for it. They're for whatever Trump's for. So the cruelty is intentional. They're not going to win, so therefore the strategy of grabbing the ballot boxes or enacting the Insurrection Act, hence with the military and the National Guard. As we enter our 250-year history, we need to scrutinize every hair-splitting provision that empowers the states. Basically, we want to have a counterplay to when the Insurrection Act or whatever the Trump administration does do, and they try to take possession. We don't want 9/10 of the law. We don't want a possession from the states with the ballot boxes. We don't want that to go to the federal government. But the Trump administration is trying to enact the Insurrection Act, but also in a time of uproar or crisis, the states can also enact a different type of law, any type of historical provision that can be enacted, where the state was able to, and then the local police can come and they can actually protect the ballot boxes and make sure that the federal government can look at them, but they can't actually have possession of them. So everything has to be scrutinized.